Welcome to The Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. It is super early. It is about 5 minutes to 6 in the a.m. Eastern time, and it is early. But you know what? It's light outside already, and that lets me know that yes, the seasons are definitely changing. We are already in May. Like, can you even imagine? I feel like this year is flying by. Oh my goodness. I'm not even going to cut this out. I'm actually yawning. Like, wow. I actually was awoken by the garbage trucks. Wednesday is, I think it's recyclable day. Yeah, they come for the recyclables on Wednesday, or the garbage, whatever it is. But our garbage waste management is how we'll say. Garbage truck was coming by and making a lot of noise, which of course they're going to make noise. They're in these trucks and everything makes noise. So that's really what pretty much was like, you know what? Time to get up. I usually try to get up at least by 6 o'clock. By the time 6:30 hits, I'm up and out of the bed. But I was just kind of like contemplating, I don't want to get up too early, but garbage trucks came through about 10 minutes ago and sealed the deal. So I said, you know what? It's light outside. Let me get up. Let me take advantage of that. Haven't really turned any lights on in here yet, but the light coming through the window is just enough. And then the rest of the room is pretty much dark, like a cave, but it's only, like you've been inside of a cave and like the light is towards the opening of the cave, and that's kind of how it looks right now. But anyway, I had to get up early. I just felt a sense of gotta get work done. I know people think when they have their own business, people who may be new to entrepreneurship and have their own businesses think that they're going to get up at noon every day because, I make my own schedule and all that. Nah, that's not how this works. Whatever schedule you had with your 9 to 5, if you were getting up at 6 a.m. and getting out the door by 7:30 because you got to be in the office by 9 o'clock or whatever it is, keep that same energy for your business. For me personally, I like to get all of my heavy lifting done before noon. Between noon and 1 o'clock, I'm pretty much wrapping up all the heavy lifting. That's when I like to have all my meetings. I want to be done with meetings before late afternoon, because late afternoon is when I like to design. That's like my creative time. After the 1 o'clock hour is my creative time. That is when I like to create all my videos and my content and all of that. The only content that I may do early morning is what you're listening to right now, and that's a podcast. And really it has more to do with the noise of the day. There's not much noise happening at this point, and life. You know what I mean? Sometimes you'll have family members talking to you, TVs are going, people are coming and going and stuff like that. So I like to keep these recordings usually to the early mornings, and that's pretty much the only content that I will create in the early morning hours. But outside of that, the afternoon is when I feel inspired to create all the different graphic designs and working on websites, my own website, as well as client websites. I get a lot of client business done as well. But those afternoons really are for me to focus on my business, because getting up at noon is not going to work, right? I gotta say it with a little Jamaican accent, money Haffi mek, okay? Money Haffi mek. So this is what it is. For those that may not understand the Jamaican patois, when we say money Haffi mek, it means money has to be made. And if you're out here trying to get those bags, you have to get up out of your bed and make it happen. Entrepreneurship is not for the faint of heart. You have to be willing to put yourself out there all the time. And I'm not saying it's not tiring. I'm not saying you won't get burnt out. Sometimes it happens even when you don't want it to happen. But getting up early, seize the day, however you carpe diem, seize the day. Get up early and get the bulk of your stuff done before the noon hour, and I promise you the rest of the day is yours to create, to run your errands and all that sort of stuff. That's what I've done as an entrepreneur for quite a few years, and I've found my rhythm with that, and it works, right? So you don't have to be, feel like you're cuffed to your desk or whatever setup that you have in your home. I did some tech work yesterday in the house because the Wi-Fi wasn't happening, and it was just so much going on, and it's like family can't connect to things. I'm like, you know what? Let's get to the cable office. I figured out what was happening with the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi was actually not working anymore because the Wi-Fi router in the house was just going bad, and it was done. And so got the whole brand new system, and we're on it, And we were supposed to have a tech person come out yesterday, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think we need this tech person to come out here. And I really read through all the paperwork, unplugging plugs, plugging things back in, trying to get us up and running. My mom was like, okay, which plug? We got flashlights. I said, okay. So I was just like, okay, this is what we have to do. This is what we have to do. And got it done. Made sure everybody was up and running on the Wi-Fi and all of that. And, if you're not very techie, that's going to be a thing that, kind of throws you. So, and when I'm here, I need proper Wi-Fi. So I made sure to get that Wi-Fi together. So this is my morning voice, just in case y'all didn't know. I'm not trying to talk too loud, because not everybody has to get up at 6 o'clock like me. So, but it's cool outside. I have the window open. The breeze is actually coming in. The breeze coming in is actually, I don't know, it's probably about 55. I don't even think it's 60 degrees outside, but the wind that's coming in, the breeze that's coming in is very cool and very nice. It's probably, I'm looking it up right now. Yep, it's about 50 degrees, so yeah. But it's very fresh. That fresh, crisp air, that's that morning air that you just like, wow, let me just get up and get this day rolling. So when I got up, I was like, all right, let me check a few emails here and there. I responded back to a lot of emails. And this is a tip too. I respond back to all of the emails that I need to respond back to early morning, right? Because technically the business day starts at 9 a.m. Eastern time, right? So, but I don't wait until 9 o'clock to start working. I know a lot of people will do that, but some of the best work that you will get done, and this is for my 9-to-5ers as well, and I used to do this in my former 9-to-5 life. I used to get to work an hour early, not all the time, but maybe once or twice a week, get to work at like 7:30, 8 o'clock, so that you have that quiet time before everybody else in the office starts arriving and talking to you and standing at your cubicle or sitting with you in your office or whatever your working situation is. You can get so much done before that 9 o'clock hour. It is amazing. And I do all the heavy lifting stuff. That means the phone calls, the email returns, the email exchanges, not returns. The returns I do early, but the email exchanges and sending messages to folks that I need answers to right away. I do all of that before noon. I still take a lunch break at noon. Now, being that I work out, in my home, I still take a lunch break at noon. I break to eat something, or even if I'm not really hungry, I have my little granola. Sometimes I'll even just prop, some pillows up or whatever, and just take a nap. It could be 20 minutes, power nap 20 minutes, and it energizes me for the rest of the day, for the afternoon, which is my creative time. Because like I said, I love creating in the afternoon. I am getting up early in the morning, like at this time, 6 o'clock in the morning, trying to think of, different things to create. And when I say create, I mean like my graphic designs and videos and reels and content or whatever. I love to do that stuff in the afternoon. I feel like that's when I'm my most creative. That's when I take all of my pictures for products, brand deals. I've got a couple of brand campaigns that I'm working on right now. So, it's just a whole lot of stuff. I know I said I was going to share more of that with you. Yes, I do a lot of brand deals, and I do a lot of campaign deals, and it's really amazing. It's really amazing. They send you the products. Sometimes on occasion you have to go get the products yourself, but that is super rare. Most of the time they mail the products to you, and when they mail the products to you, you try them out, and they want you to post on your social media, whether it's a regular post or whether it's in your stories. Sometimes they just want a review from you after having used the product over some time. So I have 2 products that I will be using, and they're basically new products within existing lines. So if people know about Nervive, I think that's how you say it, Nervive or Nervive. I think it's Nervive. I will be testing out 2 of their products, and that'll probably be over the next couple of weeks. And also Metamucil. Do y'all remember Metamucil? Y'all getting y'all fiber? Am I in your business? Okay, I'm gonna be in your business for a minute. And I can't even say when you get to a certain age, we really should be getting enough fiber in our diets. Not too much that but you want enough that the system keeps moving, freely and comfortably. And we'll just keep it at that. It's so funny, but I was telling my mom the other day, I said, I can tell I'm getting some different type of campaigns now because of my age. Being in my late 40s, I'm starting to get these campaigns for like premenopausal and Metamucil. And I'm like, okay, are they trying to tell me something? Am I getting old? I guess. Hey, I'm good with that. I'm not weird about age, but I definitely noticed that I'm being included in campaigns that are much more, they're not millennial centered. They're much more, midlife centered. I can definitely tell the difference. But that's okay. It's a different time now, and a different side and piece of your life. So it's interesting. But hey, I think it's an amazing thing when I get a brand deal or when I get some sort of campaign to be a part of, because that's a part of that's a revenue stream, for my business, so I think like getting those has been very beneficial to me, and it comes in clutch. I've had so many different opportunities, some of which I'm in the middle of that I can't discuss because it's a product that hasn't launched yet. But just know, when I can talk about it, I will. But yeah, it's very cool. And the fact that they pay you for your opinion Sometimes I do interviews and they ask me my opinion after having used a product, or I'm testing a product live, things like that. So it's just amazing. But my whole point of this was just to kind of check in with you guys. I said I would do more of these. Check me out over on Instagram at Onyx Queen Media. Get up, seize the day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Ebates is now Rakuten. The Rakuten cashback button is the helper you need to find cash back while you shop. It even applies coupons automatically at checkout, so you'll always be sure to get the best deal. Make sure that the app is running either on your computer or on your phone. Shop as you normally would online, then get paid by check or through PayPal. Check the link in our description and it'll give you all the information that you need. Rakuten, the cashback button.